The title is a bit long to try to pick up girls in a dungeon, or Danmachi, for short. It is quite a complicated name, but it's a decent series and many like it. In the city of Orario, there's a vast labyrinth underground. It's simply called the dungeon. From all around the world, this dungeon attracts adventurers that hope to one day defeat it. Hopes of overwhelming power, treasures, and love await. Gods and goddesses even built guilds to accommodate adventurers. One such guild belongs to Hestia. Our only member is a newbie adventurer named Belpranel. Together, Belpranel and Hestia work to achieve their dreams. One wants to become the best adventurer and conquer the dungeon, while the other wants to breathe life to a guild battle, gain worthy followers and precious members. That's Danmachi in a nutshell. As I've said, this series is pretty decent and interesting. As much as I personally like it, I would like to showcase the anime like Danmachi to provide more choices of must-watch shows and whatnot. Here they come. This show similar to this one air coming intro. We started the list in number 10, the Tower of Druaga. The Summer of Anu is on and the demons of the Tower of Druaga supposedly lose power during this season. Thanks to this phenomenon, the denizens of Uruk are given the chance to defeat the evil Tower Lord Druaga and bring peace once and for all. But will it really be that easy? They say the top of the tower is laden with treasures and Druaga resides there. Now, everyone must band to conquer the tower. Different agendas, different goals, everyone is a part of the Tower of Druaga invasion. This series begins with a promising premise. There are many views and interpretations about this show, but that's up to you to find out. It's noteworthy though that it's like an RPG like anime with an area to invade and triumph over. It's in the name, so it must be about magic. And it's also about conquering dungeons just like Danmachi. Magi. The Labyrinth of Magic tells the tale of young Aladdin and Alibaba as they venture into a world where mysterious dungeons suddenly pop out of the blue. As legends and stories have it, these dungeons are no ordinary dungeons. Once conquered, they grant immense power and wealth to their conquerors. There's a catch though. The jinns guard these dungeons and deadly traps riddle the entire area. Also, a sinister secret lies behind the meaning of these dungeons and their anime that you may enjoy. At number 8 is the Zero no Tsukuyomi. It's always important to include this classic on a list of anime within this genre. It's dimensional, it's funny, it's romantic, it's Zero no Tsukuyomi. Poor Hiraga Saito, this average guy was just passing by when a dimensional gate decided to gobble him up. Apparently, some magical mayhem by this Zero named Louise, she's called Zero because she's a mess with magic, summons him as her very own familiar. And thus the wacky adventures begin. Louise cannot undo her summoning and Saito cannot return. Hence, their fates are intertwined to produce a magical reaction full of comic relief and whatnot. If romantic comedies is what you're looking for, then this is your go-to show. You won't regret watching it. The next on the list is the Overlord. From dealing with game world monsters and strategizing to defeat them, we now proceed to a role where you are the Overlord. Yes, you heard that right. From hero to villain, you are now the biggest, baddest, most powerful villain in the whole wide world. Momonga is a player in a drizzle, and in its final moments, he stays with the game. When he wakes up, he finds out that the NPCs he is with have sprung to life with personalities of their own. What's more unusual is that he's stuck in the world, and he's the Overlord. And so, he goes on to live his Ainzo down and learn about the world before he tries to dominate and conquer it. Talk about being a villain. This series takes it to a whole new level by being the most powerful and baddest being in the world. This is definitely a must-watch for anyone who's tired of dealing with common protagonists, low-level players, and zero-to-hero characters.
造物主たる。そう。これは6000年以上も前の物語。
Coming in number 6 is the No Game No Life. If you're looking for a show that's both otherworldly and essentially epic, then look no more. No Game No Life shall give you a dose of mind-blowing games. I say games because the foundation of this show is based on games. Enter Blank, the genius gamer entity comprised of siblings Sora and Shiro. They're the best in games and they're practically unmatched. One day, a mysterious email goads them to play a game of chess. Blanks wins, of course, but the opponent is actually the god of games, Ted. With that, Sora and Shiro are granted a one-way ticket to the world of his voice, a world where everything is dealt with and solved by games. Mind-blowing moments and stupefying games. They're all here, prepared to get you brain blustered because the epicness of this anime sizzles with many surprises. At number 5 is the Outbreak Company. What if fantasy worlds really do exist? What if these worlds are just in another dimension waiting to be explored? Would you go or would you not? As for hardcore otaku, Kano Shinichi, he's tasked to bridge the gap between the newly discovered fantasy world and his own world. As if it was easy enough, Shinichi has to deal with the new realities of the new world. There are dragons, there are elves, and there are all sorts of new things. He doesn't have to engage in battles though. He only has to negotiate and deal with everything in a diplomatic way. Will he succeed and unite the two worlds together? You'll notice that this is another show that tackles the possibility of the existence of fantasy worlds. Outbreak Company shines with its own perspectives and its own servings of comedy. Coming at number 4 is The Log Horizon. Here comes another series portraying players getting stuck in a virtual online game world. No worries, there are no deadly repercussions. But just imagine all the psychological effects on the players. Now, the struggle is real. Elder Tales, the newbie MMORPG, and the players are stuck. Wait, what? The players are unable to log out and they have to deal with life in a virtual world. Not everything is close to reality and they have to fight to pass through their now mundane reality. Unlike other shows of the same genre, Log Horizon has a well-executed formula and keeps the essential parts necessary for the plot. It deals with many elements such as strategy, entertainment, intellectual dialogue, and politics to name a few. It's that unique. It can drag on to some, but overall, it's a decent show to spectate. Here comes another series portraying players getting stuck in a virtual online game world. No worries, there are no deadly repercussions, but just imagine all the psychological effects on the players. Now, the struggle is real. Elder Tales, the newbie MMORPG, and the players are stuck. Wait, what? The players are unable to log out and they have to deal with life in a virtual world. Not everything is close to reality and they have to fight to pass through their now mundane reality. Unlike other shows of the same genre, Log Horizon has a well-executed formula and keeps the essential parts necessary for the plot. It deals with many elements such as strategy, entertainment, intellectual dialogue, and politics to name a few. It's that unique. It can drag on to some, but overall, it's a decent show to spectate. For the number 3 in the list is the High to Gensu no Grimgar. Now this is what it would really be like if someone did get transported to an RPG game like World. As realistic as it could get. High to Gensu no Grimgar hits the spot. A group of youths wake up in the middle of nowhere with no knowledge of why they are even there. They all have no recollection of their past and are in a world that is a total mystery to them. Apparently, they are in a fantasy world and their only choice of action is to move on and grow as volunteer soldiers for now. The reality that these youths face in this series seem really close. What would happen if one were to actually get transported to an RPG-like world? If that's what you like, then this show is for you.
この世界はこいつ一本でどこまでも行けるんだ。仮想空間なのにさ、現実世界より生きてるって感じ。
The 2 in our list is the Sword Art Online when it comes to anime shows that clearly depict the gaming world. Sword Art Online is one of the most popular in its domain. In Sword Art Online, you've got real-world players stuck in a virtual world and left to survive by their own means. To add seriousness to the fantasy-like scenario, logging out is practically impossible, and when one dies in-game, they die for real. It's that lethal and serious. So, if you would like to watch an RPG-themed anime with lots of action, thrilling scenes, fantasy, grim moments, and some romance on the side, Sword Art Online is your pick.
これは現実だ。この世界で死ねば、俺は本当に死ぬ。
ようこそ死後の世界へ。あなたはつい先ほど不幸にも亡くなりました。
The number 1 in our list is the Konosubarashi Sakai Nishu Fufuku World. Konosuba dying and being reborn in an RPG-style fantasy world? Isn't that crazy? Well, that is the exact scenario for Kazuma Sato. Kazuma is a high school set-in. On the one day that he actually goes out, he dies with a stupid look on his face by purportedly saving a girl. Before he knew it, he's in the afterworld, standing in the presence of the goddess Aqua. He is presented with 2 choices: move on to heaven or start life anew in the fantasy world and defeat the overlord. Kazuma readily chooses the latter. Now, with the one thing he's allowed to bring, he selects surprise. He chooses the goddess herself, Aqua. What mayhem will these crazy circumstances bring? Following the RPG and fantasy approach with a big load of comedy, Konosuba, God's blessing to this wonderful world, is very similar to Danmachi. Well, that's it for the video. You can find a show that you really like among the ones on this list today. If you'd like to recommend some other shows like Danmachi, then feel free to do so in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time in Anime Egg 2.